Coober Pedy is a town in northern South Australia, 846 kilometres north of Adelaide on the Stuart Highway. The town is sometimes referred to as the opal capital of the world because of the quantity of precious opals that are mined there.
Finer the grip, better the finish you're going to get on your piece.
Yeah.
Your first line is just purely about shape.
Okay, so
first you've got to remove the crack.
Yep. The same.
So, no. All opal has a skin on it. So you've got to take the top off and the bottom. Then you've got, sometimes the shape's all out of whack, so you've got to remove those bits as well. Then you've got to work out where you're going to work on the colour bar. Once you start taking that off, as I'm picking up a piece of rough in my head, I'm already cutting it.
Okay. Yeah.
So
you've got that pictured, being an expert doing it for 25 years?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. You will always lose between 25 to 50% of the opal in the opal cutting process.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes it can be more, it just depends.
It's odd, isn't it?
Sometimes you can clean it up and there's a crack right through the middle on the saw.
Oh, of course. Yeah, the cracks. Yeah.
Sometimes you can clean it up and cracks all through. No, that's no good. You can either crack it up into little bits and pieces and then put them into vials and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What I do is I just clean up the face and put some in lucky dips in. So we use it all.
Excellent. That's fantastic. Yeah. So nothing gets wasted.
No, we try not to.
We're in some opal shop. Gusso and Daryl, in their wisdom, have managed to make their way in and are actually going to get a viewing of opals getting cut. How impressive.
So this is the owners of this place found big opal many years ago. We call this a brick. Now see how that's potched there, right? Okay. That's the colour bar there. And you can see there's a colour bar going through there as well. Gotcha. And through there. So we've just kept this as a specimen. Now the colour bar dips a little bit in the middle. Okay. But you can see what happens when the piece moves. And this is an example. I've held a piece that big, that thick, full of colour, worth $300,000. And that was just brilliant. Okay. So, this is $200 an ounce material in here. It's still wet. You see there's colour in all of those pieces.
Oh, there's some red.
Yeah. And I can actually cut a stone probably from that.
You can get something out of that.
Wow. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Pretty small.
Yeah.
As you can see how there's a skin on the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Skin on the bottom. See how there's colour through there?
That's beautiful, yeah.
Right, that I'd probably turn into a doublet.
What's a doublet?
A doublet is when you've got a backing behind it. So 3 types of cut stones. Solid opal, which is and see that's already taken down, ready to be made into doublets. Solid opal, as it sounds, 1 piece. Doublet, 2 pieces. Opal on the top, glue it to a backing. I use obsidian as the backing. You use a 2-part glue, 24-hour set. You put a black pigment in there. When you glue it together, it makes the back of the opal dark. That was the colour to kick out. Looks like the expensive black opal.
Black opal, yeah.
Right.
Incredible.
Triple opal's 3 pieces. The opal's in the middle. A machine like that over there literally slices the opal paper thin.
Wow.
I actually glue it to a microscope slide, but I also blacken the back of the opal. Then I use a quartz cap on the top, so you'll see that glassy domey area. The idea is to make it look like the solid black opal, but at a fraction of the price.
Yep.
So,
Incredible.
you get your rough, and what I do is I clean it up. So that's what I've done with it. Most of this. Some of these stones are stones I've cut from this parcel.
So this is the rough here, Trev?
Yep,
Yep, and you've brought it back to this?
basically.
Right.
So there's a couple of love hearts that I've done.
Oh, they're beautiful.
There's
Now I
a couple
know.
of stones I've done there.
Yep.
There. And there's some 6x4.
That's stunning.
All right.
That's incredible, mate.
So that's And of course, this is all belongs to the owners.
Yeah.
And this is only a little bit of what he's got still.
Okay, so he comes in, you do the work. Yeah.
Yep.
And off he goes for sale.
Well, we'll sell them in the shop.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So basically, I clean them up rough like that. Right. Then I'll get them to, where is it? This stage here. These are on dot sticks. Right. So basically, as you can see, I've already pre-shaped it by hand, and then I've scribed my shape on there.
Gotcha, yeah.
Depending on the colour, you can see the scribes there.
Right.
Right. Depending on the opal will depend on the scribe. Some pieces, there's one here, and I started scribing. I looked down the bottom, I don't like the look of that.
Because of the red?
No, just down the bottom there. So I'm going to slice that off.
Right, okay.
But Tina will end up with that and it'll go into a lucky dip.
Yeah.
Then I put them onto the dot sticks. So
Oh,
this is one that I did the other day as a demonstration. It's just the green.
Are you just like a light to buff them up, say, or is that still cutting them on them sticks?
No, I use the sticks and you're going to see that.
Yeah, but yeah, right.
So let me find one to do.
Yeah. So you found your spot to put your wax on? Yeah?
Yeah, I do that here, and I'll show you how I do that. So let me put these back in so that you get everything all over the place.
Wax on, wax off.
A bit like that. So, and there, and there, and there. So these are my templates here. It all gives you different sizes, different shapes.
Yeah.
So,
For the hello, that's it. Sweet.
what do you know, mate?
It's got it lighter.
So this is the jeweler's wax that I use. I always put a bit of fresh stuff on when I do it. And normally when the longer you let it sit, the more wax is, the more it's going to hold onto the stone.
Okay. And jeweler's wax is stronger than normal wax?
I've used other wax, but the stone kept falling off. And I got frustrated, so I thought, fuck this, I'm going to spend the money and get
Jewels. Yeah.
So basically I do it like this. One day I was doing 5 stones and this young girl was standing there. And I was doing small stones too. And got to the second stone, she said, aren't you afraid you're going to drop the wax on your finger? And I said, well, the idea is not to do it. Stone number 5, yep, I dropped wax on my finger. I just looked at her and said, that's your fault. Get it to run like that, goes in, and there you go. Turn it over, straighten it up.
Amazing.
There you go. Now, when I'm just cutting on my own, I would have 10 of them out here. I'll do 5 tops, polish, come back, turn them over for the back, do the next 5. Then I'll do the back of the stones.
Right.
So, when I learnt to cut opal, we would go from the 12,000 grit straight to the polish. But I already need that nice finish on the opal, so that's why I've got a 3,000 grit. It just gives that wonderful finish.
Yeah.
When I was at TAFE, the years after I did the course, I used to teach cutting. There's a way we would teach the student to use the saw, because it's important for when you cut opal to be able to big pipe the size. But to get them to do this, bit of opal, that's right, just cut it in half. And you're going to get that pitch cut out of that. and get that piece up anyhow.
Coming up, Season 1, Coober Pedy and the French Island Barge Boys, Episode 6.
The French Island Barge is a long-time family-owned business that was proudly established here on French Island over 20 years ago, providing a professional service between French Island and Coronella. We hope you enjoy your